A heart-wrenching triumph. Free and Paul Telfer shine as Days of Our Lives Performers of the Month for May 2025 in the world of daytime drama. Where emotions run high and secrets unravel with devastating consequences, few performances have captured the hearts and minds of viewers quite like those of Lindsay Godfrey and Paul Telfer in May 2025. As Sarah Horton and Xander Cook on Days of Our Lives, these two remarkable actors delivered a tour de force that left audiences breathless, earning them the well-deserved title of Soap Hub's Performers of the Month. Their unforgettable scenes on May 21st, 2025 showcased a raw, emotional intensity that not only highlighted their extraordinary talent but also reminded us why we keep coming back to the roller coaster of love, betrayal, and redemption that defines this beloved soap opera. Congratulations to Lindsay Godfrey and Paul Telfer for performances that will linger in our hearts long after the credits roll. A marriage on the brink. At the heart of May's most gripping storyline was a devastating confrontation between Sarah and Xander, a couple whose love has always been tested by the shadows of Xander's troubled past. For months, Sarah, played with heartbreaking nuance by Lindsay Godfrey, had been guarding a painful secret. A forged letter crafted by Philip Kyriakis, Jean-Paul Lavoisier, that threatened to unravel everything she and Xander had built together. Sarah's decision to hide the truth was born out of love and fear. Love for her husband and fear of the man he might become if the truth came to light. But secrets in Salem have a way of surfacing. And when Xander, portrayed with searing intensity by Paul Telfer, finally uncovered the deception, the fallout was nothing short of explosive. The scenes that unfolded on May 21st were a masterclass in emotional storytelling. As Xander confronted Sarah, the air crackled with tension, each word a dagger that cut deeper into the fabric of their marriage. What made these moments so compelling was the way Godfrey and Telfer brought their characters' complex emotions to life. Sarah's anguish was palpable as she struggled to justify her actions, while Xander's rage, fueled by betrayal and heartbreak, threatened to consume him. It was a clash of titans, a collision of love and pain that left viewers on the edge of their seats, unable to look away. The Fire of Xander 1.0 for longtime fans of Days of Our Lives. Xander Cook is a character of contradictions. A man capable of great love but haunted by a volatile past. Paul Telfer has always excelled at portraying Xander's duality, balancing his charm and vulnerability with the darkness that lurks beneath. On May 21st, however, Telfer unleashed what fans have come to call Xander 1.0, the unfiltered, sarcastic, and venomous version of the character who first stormed into Salem years ago. This was not the softened, devoted husband who dotes on his wife and daughter, but a man wounded to his core, lashing out with a fury that was both terrifying and deeply human. What made Telfer's performance so remarkable was his ability to make Xander's anger feel justified, even as it tore his world apart. When Xander turned his wrath on Sarah, accusing her of betrayal, his words were laced with sarcasm and pain, each syllable a reminder of the trust she had shattered. Yet, even in his rage, Telfer infused Xander with a vulnerability that made it impossible not to feel for him. As he stood there, a man betrayed by the woman he loves, we saw not just anger but the heartbreak of a man who fears he may never be good enough to escape his past. Sarah's heartbreaking defense, Lindsay Godfrey, meanwhile, delivered a performance that was equally powerful, capturing Sarah's desperation and resolve as she faced the consequences of her choices. Sarah's decision to hide Philip's forgery was not made lightly. It was a calculated act to protect Xander from himself. Godfrey portrayed Sarah's internal conflict with such authenticity that we could feel her torment as she tried to explain herself to a husband who felt like a stranger in that moment. Her voice trembled, her eyes filled with tears, but there was also a steely determination in Sarah as she defended her actions. In one of the episode's most poignant moments, Sarah laid bare Xander's recent transgressions, reminding him and the audience of the darkness he has yet to fully conquer. She recounted his violent attack on Brady Black, Eric Martsolf, with a baseball bat, his conspiracy to kill, and the chilling moment when he pointed a gun at Philip's head and pulled the trigger, unaware it was unloaded. These were not accusations thrown lightly, they were a painful acknowledgement of the man Xander has been and the fear that he could return to that darkness. Godfrey's delivery was masterful. Her words a mix of sorrow and defiance as Sarah admitted her wrong, but insisted she acted out of love. A marriage in tatters, the confrontation culminated in a moment that will go down as one of the most heartbreaking in Days of Our Lives history. the apparent collapse of Xander and Sarah's marriage. As the argument reached its climax, Xander's rage spilled over, leading to a brutal altercation with Philip, who would become the scapegoat for his pain. In a fit of fury, Xander beat Philip to a pulp, an act that left Sarah and the audience reeling. Telfer's portrayal of Xander's lack of remorse was chilling, a stark reminder of the man he once was. Yet, even as he stood defiant, there was a flicker of anguish in his eyes, a silent plea for someone to pull him back from the edge. For Sarah, the aftermath was devastating. Godfrey's performance as Sarah broke down was nothing short of Emmy-worthy, her sobs echoing the pain of a woman who had lost not just her husband's trust but the vision of the life they had fought so hard to build. The scene where Sarah crumbled, alone with her guilt and heartbreak, was a testament to Godfrey's ability to convey raw emotion. It was a moment that resonated deeply with viewers, many of whom have followed Xander and Sarah's love story through its many trials and triumphs. A father's farewell, perhaps the most gut-wrenching moment of the episode, came when Xander said goodbye to his daughter, Victoria. With his marriage in shambles and his world crumbling around him, Victoria remained the one constant in Xander's life, the one person he could trust unconditionally. Telfer's performance in the scene was achingly tender, his voice breaking as he spoke to his little girl, promising to always love her even as he faced an uncertain future. It was a moment that brought tears to the eyes of even the most stoic viewers, a reminder of the humanity that lies beneath Xander's tough exterior. For fans, this scene was a stark contrast to the rage-filled confrontation that preceded it, showcasing Telfer's incredible range as an actor. In one moment, he was a man consumed by anger, in the next, he was a father pouring his heart out to his child. It was a performance that captured the essence of Xander Coca, a man torn between his demons and his desire to be better. Why their performers of the month, Lindsay Godfrey and Paul Telfer's performances on May 21st, were so captivating that Soap Hub couldn't choose just one performer of the month. Their chemistry, honed over years of portraying one of Salem's most beloved couples, was electric, each glance and gesture adding layers to the unfolding tragedy. The scenes were painful, emotional, and incredibly sad, yet they were also a testament to the power of great storytelling and exceptional acting. What makes Godfrey and Telfer's performances so remarkable is their ability to make us care deeply about characters who are flawed and human. Sarah's decision to lie was wrong, but Godfrey made us understand her reasons, rooting for her even as she faced the consequences. Similarly, Xander's actions were deplorable, yet Telfer's portrayal ensured that we never stopped hoping for his redemption. It's a delicate balance, one that both actors executed with precision and heart. A love worth fighting for. Xander and Sarah have always been a couple worth rooting for, their love a beacon of hope amidst the chaos of Salem. Sarah sees the light in Xander, even when his darkness threatens to overshadow it, and Xander finds in Sarah a reason to strive for something better. Their story is one of resilience, of two people who refuse to give up on each other despite the odds. The events of May 21st may have left their marriage in tatters, but fans hold out hope that this is not the end for Zara. As we celebrate Lindsay Godfrey and Paul Telfer's extraordinary performances, we also look forward to what lies ahead for Sarah and Xander. Will they find a way to rebuild what was broken, or will their love become another casualty of Salem's endless drama? Whatever the future holds, one thing is certain: Godfrey and Telfer will continue to captivate us with their talent, their passion, and their ability to make us feel every moment of their characters' journey. A standing ovation to Lindsay Godfrey and Paul Telfer. We offer our heartfelt congratulations for performances that moved us, challenged us, and reminded us why Days of Our Lives remains a cornerstone of daytime television. Your work on May 21st, 2025 was nothing short of extraordinary, a shining example of the power of storytelling to touch our hearts and souls. Here's to you and to the many more moments you'll bring to life in Salem.